No, I can't sort of think of any sort of reflection on events past that mould anything that I mean, apart from normal fire preparations that otherwise affect my normal sort of thinking or day-to-day activities. I don't know if it's a repression sort of thing, but I don't think about it at all.
I mean, there's evidence, even though the trees have come back, they're always going to be black. You know, there's always going to be a reminder that this happened, and we certainly don't take that for granted.
There's certainly, from my part, been an increase of awareness in the weather in general, in global events, in everything that relates to, you know, how we live and the repercussions of how we live.
It was a photo of my kids, you know, them in the bath and all that sort of thing. You know, you have one copy and you stick it in that frame, and I realised that that's gone as well. And I was thinking that Lydia had it or something, and then asked her, and it was not, it had gone too. And that actually made me get a bit teary, because I thought, oh, those photos are gone forever, you know.
You know, and every country will experience something like that, but it's, that for us was just like, wow, we've got to, and just that a sense of awareness. So suddenly, I was never aware of that until then, and that was for me something that came out of that was a sense of awareness, and you know, you can't think back, so.
It was really terrifying, and since then, when you see all of these, you know, events that happen around the world, you think, oh, that is awful. It's like the impact is somehow much more personal. It's you know, you notice it more. It's more prolific. It's always been there. It's like buying a red car. You suddenly see red cars everywhere. It's like that.
Something about kind of the shadow side of the fire. Like the fire is so bright and so illuminating and so powerful. It's a lesson of our time ecologically. This is all about kind of a teaching from nature about how we relate to the land and how we are going to manage the land, and that's how I think about it.
And a lot of work was spent too cleaning up the shed that burnt down with the car, and even now when you're in the garden weeding, I come across pieces of the
Range Rover and the
Range
shed
Rover, the car,
when it exploded. Shrapnel everywhere.
Yeah, so we still find that.
It's
you pick that up, and a bit like the photos, it brings back the memory of
a bit of a legacy
the day.
there.